Good evening and welcome to another edition of the AGP Sport for today. I'm Samuel Gillis. Thanks for joining us. Action in the GFF and KFC Independence Cup playoff kicks off this Saturday with 4 matches and more set for Sunday at the National Training Center at Providence. Jaden Samuels with the details.
Despite the inclement weather, the fixtures for this youth football showdown are already out, a collective effort from the fast food giant and the Guyana Football Federation. The weekend's action brings together Tamari Panthers and Soesdijk Falcons in a match scheduled to start at 9 hours. Game 2 brings together Botafogo and Den Amstel from the west side, a battle booked for 14 hours. Game 3 will feature the ballers from the Asian County, New Amsterdam United coming up against Panthers Football Club. Cuyuni Mazaruni-based Potaro Strikers gets into the action at 16 hours, taking on Dynamic Football Club to bring the curtains down on the opening day. According to division head Ian Alves, during the playoffs there will be a 20-minute extra time after any draw match before kicks from the penalty mark if needed. Teams will be allowed a total of 5 substitutions. The playoffs top finisher carts off $500,000 trophies and medals. Second place $300,000 and third place $200,000. The action continues same time on Sunday with another 4 matches. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
BARTICA's 3rd edition of the Guinness Greatness of the Streets has just started and continues this Friday through Saturday with the final set for Sunday. Jaden Samuels reports.
16 teams will do battle, with the 8 qualifiers meeting the other 8 qualifiers from last year for a class scheduled to conclude on Sunday, with the last man standing pocketing over $600,000 in cash and silverware. Defending champions Disconnection crew will be passing through again to out the lights, while Riversview, Jones Avenue, Almanac Kings and Gold Raiders are just some of the big names looking to create an opportunity to the bragging rights and the purse. Alden Marslow, head of football in Bartica, told HGP Sport on Wednesday that the atmosphere looks good with stiff rivalry ready to explode. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
Let's move to some cricket news. No rain today, and another victory for Australia beating Pakistan by 41 runs as action in the ongoing Cricket World Cup continues. More from Jaden Samuels.
107 from David Warner and 82 from Aaron Finch was good enough to put the Australians at 2 on the points table after bowling out Pakistan below the 300 mark. Realizing that the rains could play a major role in who advances as the tournament continues, the teams today displayed more aggression, but this only favored the Aussies. For Pakistan, 6 of their batsmen got good starts, but putting together a partnership in the chase spelled trouble thanks to some good fast bowling from Pat Cummins leading the attack with 3 for 33, Mitchell Starc 2 for 43 and Kane Richardson 2 for 62. Thursday's game brings together New Zealand and India. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
More cricket news. Legendary West Indies pacer and well-known commentator for 3 decades, Michael Oldham, has lashed out at the ICC for asking him to avoid pointing out the errors of umpires on here during the ongoing World Cup, calling it censorship. Jaden Samuels again.
The bowler wrote, "I am sorry, but I am not going to be part of that. Please let me know if I should be heading back to my home in Newmarket instead of heading to Cardiff, because I don't agree with what is being suggested here and happy not being a part of it. As I look through the list of recipients to this email, it would seem that I am the only commentator that has received the same," begins Holdings' reply to Bevan, clearly indicating that this communication is only directed at Holding alone. Times of India got in touch with Holding and the ICC to understand their version of these developing statements separately. Holding said, "It's true that there was a mass email sent out after the West Indies-Australia game, and I did see fit to respond. But as far as I'm concerned, the matter has been resolved, and I have, and hopefully everyone has put it behind them. I don't really want to distract from the World Cup that is already suffering from some uncooperative Whether ICC sources said the matter is considered closed, it remains to be seen whether Holding will continue to be outspoken. Jaden Samuels, HGP Sport.
The Lusignan Golf Club is progressing and is in better shape than it has ever been before. This is the view of the club president, Halim Hassan. More in this report.
There are plans to involve children and women in golf, the president of the Lusignan Golf Club said recently on the sidelines of one of the club's tournament, partnering with McCorp. Hussein's hope is to develop facilities to cater for the next generation of golfers. He spoke of strategies for the development of the driving range and other infrastructural ideas.
We do want to grow the game, and we are reaching out to the schools and to the colleges and the accountancy schools. We are doing that. Before I switch though, I just want to say today, with the help of Kevin and the McCorp team on here, this was the largest single tournament in the history of the Lusignan Golf Club that was not the Guyana Open.
He noted that there was an unprecedented 70 players at the 2019 club tournament. For GP Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
According to Guyana's Powerlifting Federation, the discipline of this sport remains of high interest. More in this report.
President of the Guyana Powerlifting Association, Ed Caesar, chided the press recently for focusing too much on the results of the game rather than on the information aimed at educating on the happenings within the federation.
That is why I'm concerned when we have competitions. I may very often say a number of things before the competition starts or at the break. Nothing that I would have said is ever carried. Nothing. All is carried. This person win. That person about second. These are trophies. So I am concerned where the media, my friends in the media, really are interested in the development of the sport. That's my concern.
According to the president, the positive image of the federation is not being reflected in the news reports.
Every championship you notice, all you see is results. And this last time, my federation members don't recognize it. I said nothing.
For GP Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
That's all we have for this edition of the AGP Sportscast. But do remember, success is not an happening, it is a result. There is nothing mysterious about progressing. It is doing instead of doubting and working instead of wishing.